Hello, and welcome to Beginning Your Personal Crystal Journey. I'm really happy you chose to take this course with me. And just know that if you have any questions, you can email them to me directly at crystals@alchemistandmagpie.com. Let's jump right in here. I want to start out by just giving you some suggested reference books. The three books that I use the most here in our shop are these three. And they are older books, but I just feel like they are some of the most reliable sources that you can get. The first one is Love is in the Earth. It's by Melody. And this is a compendium of numerous gems and minerals um, and crystals. Melody put a lot of work into this book. She did numerous studies with subjects where she would ask them to hold certain stones, get their impressions, record their feedback. She also did in-depth research into how these stones were used traditionally, culturally, etc. This is really one of my go-to books. The next one is Love is in the Earth, Laying on of Stones. And this is Melody's method of crystal healing, and it uses primarily quartz. This book gives you many arrays of crystals, ways to lay out your crystals um, in order to manifest, to heal, or to bring about, certain situations or conditions. This is the method of crystal healing that I'm actually certified in, although I started learning crystal healing long before certifications were available. So some of the things that I follow may not be in a book, but I will share them with you in this class. The third one is Crystal Personalities, and this is a reference book to the various shapes of quartz crystals and their specific meanings and strengths. It's by Patricia Troyer. These books are not easy to find, but if you go to your local bookseller, they can often get them for you. Some metaphysical stores will have a supply on their shelves. With that, let's kind of jump right in here. The three things that you need to have a successful crystal practice, and those are love, intuition, and intention. Melody, in several of her books, talks about using your intuition and not being afraid to try different pairs of crystals. And despite what you may see online, um, crystals don't oppose each other. They don't cause harm. You cannot make a mistake by using two crystals together. And Melody says that when we use these healing arts with a loving and open heart, we cannot make mistakes, and there cannot be any detrimental or adverse effects. All members of the mineral kingdom are totally compatible, and all crystals function efficiently with all other crystals. So keep that in mind and, explore the crystals that you have and how they work together. Um, from the path that I follow, the worst thing that can happen is that a combination of crystals may not be as strong as if you put a different combination together. So, you'll see what works for you. The things that you read in books and online are just guidelines. Your intuition is always your best guide when it comes to crystal healing and to most other things in life. Be as clear and specific about your intentions as possible and take care to respect the free will of others, right? We're not going to use crystals to make someone else do something. We are not going to make someone fall in love with us or force them to heal because that's their path, right? If they ask, we can help them on that path, but we can't impose our will. How do crystals work? So I have the three ways that I talk about. The first is vibrational energy. Everything vibrates, everything. The table that you're sitting at vibrates, the chair you're sitting in vibrates. Everything has a vibrational energy. And likewise, we have a vibrational energy, and so do crystals. We have 7 energetic bodies. Those are the etheric, the emotional, the lower mental, higher mental, the casual body, the soul body, and the integrated spiritual body. What those things mean is another course entirely, but we can use crystals to interact with these different levels of energy, right? I mean, these energetic bodies exist in different spaces along our physical body, and we can use crystals, the vibration of the crystals, to connect to those vibrational energies that we have. Another way is mindfulness. For some people, carrying a crystal in their pocket or wearing one on a necklace just helps them remember what they want to focus on that day. I want to focus on being a more loving person. And I've got this piece of rose quartz on a necklace that I'm wearing. And each time I move and that necklace moves on my neck, I'm reminded either in my awareness or in my subconscious that I want to be a more loving person. So you can use them in for very mindful exercises. The other way is called a psychobiological phenomenon, and we used to call this the placebo effect. And it's an unfortunate term, the placebo effect. Uh, we used to think that meant everything was all in our minds. If we got a what they used to call a sugar pill and you were cured, then that meant there was really nothing wrong to begin with. Now we know that our minds can trigger biological responses, and crystals can be a tool to aid this response, and so can mindfulness.